Will Ferrell as well. That's a guy that I mean, my entire life I feel really high praise as well. It was just one of those. It felt like a live action Pixar. I'm lucky that I get to work in this industry, and particularly incredibly fortunate that I get to work in it this long, but I really want to work with a movie. It was something that, I wanted to do something where nobody was being stabbed in the face.
Yes.
Look, most of the time when the movie is this much fun to make, you up bad. There was almost no blood at all. I think I got a little paper cut on the movie, that was about it. And something that...
Where today we got a story that no one could have predicted. Marvel Studios, the powerhouse that practically dominates the cinematic world, has done the unthinkable. The company, known for its larger-than-life superheroes and impeccable brand,
tell themselves stories, and this sort of comes back to your worldview that you just mentioned about.
There was almost no blood at all. I think I got a little paper cut on the movie, that was about it. And something that...
is how he communicated.
Okay, gotcha.
I think people...
has filed a lawsuit against Ryan Reynolds, the man who has become the face of one of its most beloved franchises, Deadpool. But here's the real twist. It's not just Reynolds at the heart of this legal drama. It's his wife, Blake Lively, who's now being accused of causing a major rift that could bring down the entire Deadpool franchise. For months, rumors have been swirling across social media, hinting at behind-the-scenes tension involving the Reynolds-Lively duo. But no one, and I mean no one, could have predicted that things would escalate into a lawsuit of this magnitude. At the core of this controversy lies nothing.
There was almost no blood at all. I think I got a little paper cut on the movie, that was about it. And something that...
with my father, which was very complicated and difficult. My dad was a very, I come from a...
And you said it just earlier, but I wanted to go back on that. You think that this might be the greatest film that you've...
Not just Ryan's beloved character, Deadpool, but the increasingly complicated maneuvers of Blake Lively. Once seen as the perfect counterbalance to Ryan's comedic antics, Blake now finds herself entangled in a web of accusations that could severely impact the future of her husband's career and the entire Deadpool legacy. The drama began innocently enough. Blake Lively had signed on for a starring role in a new film, directed and co-written by Justin Baldoni, a filmmaker known for his heartfelt narratives. The project was expected to be a smooth and professional production, with high hopes surrounding it. The early press images painted a picture of a radiant collaboration between Blake and Justin.
Their jaws were just on the ground, laughing their friggin' guts out at me. A month ago, this really hit home with me too. About a month ago, I was sitting in traffic, and there's another young guy named Justice Smith in the movie who's a phenomenal...
Middle class, was kind of blue-collar home, and my dad was just of that generation, where it's just he was Clint Eastwood. It was
just jamming These Dreams by heart. I was killing it in the car.
Both actors publicly praising each other. But cracks soon began to appear. According to whispers behind the scenes, Blake, used to having her voice heard in the creative process, was unhappy with Justin's dominant role in shaping the screenplay, directing the film, and starring in it. The rumors grew louder, as Blake allegedly began to feel overshadowed by Baldoni. The speculation intensified when Blake herself began to publicly hint at a power struggle, subtly shifting the focus away from Justin and making cryptic remarks about the creative direction. But things really took a turn when Blake accused Justin of orchestrating negative press against her, portraying her as a difficult and self-absorbed star. While accusations of behind-the-scenes drama are not uncommon in Hollywood, this claim struck a chord. Blake suggested that Justin used his creative control to manipulate the media and cast her in an unflattering light. At first, the public rallied behind her, as stories of female leads being targeted by powerful male directors were not unfamiliar. But this narrative began to unravel when text messages surfaced, suggesting that it was actually Blake who had been leaking negative stories, possibly with Ryan's help. The texts indicated that Blake had used her extensive network, which included her husband, Ryan Reynolds, to push for script changes and promotional demands. She even referred to certain individuals as her dragons, threatening to unleash them if her wishes weren't met. These revelations caused fans to question the extent to which Blake may have manipulated the situation, and whether Ryan had been involved in shaping this narrative behind the scenes. As these revelations began to spread, whispers grew louder within Hollywood circles, and many insiders began to draw a connection between these behind-the-scenes power plays and Ryan Reynolds' position in Marvel. As the star and producer of Deadpool, Ryan was not just a leading actor, he was a brand.
Yeah, I mean, look, most of the time when the movie is this much fun to make, you up. But I am excited because I'm a Logan fan. So, and then, you know, that cover. I would say that they're more surprises because they have beginnings, middles, and ends. They're not like, it's not just like a, hey, there's.
Success with Deadpool had revitalized Marvel's R-rated potential, making him an integral part of the studio's success. Fans adored him for his sardonic humor and the blurred lines between actor and character, especially on social media. The question then became, how far did Ryan go in using his influence to support Blake's ambitions? If he had assisted in manipulating press coverage, it raised uncomfortable questions about his role in shaping the Deadpool franchise. Was he using his star power to push personal agendas? If so, could that jeopardize Marvel's carefully curated brand synergy? As speculation grew, Marvel executives grew increasingly concerned. They feared that this personal drama could spill over into the Deadpool franchise and affect their carefully constructed brand. Ryan had always been synonymous with the franchise's success, but what if Blake's behind-the-scenes maneuvers were tainting his image? Could this ultimately harm Marvel's reputation? After weeks of tension, Marvel decided to take action. The studio, which had rarely been so public about its internal conflicts, filed a lawsuit against Ryan Reynolds. The legal action was aimed at protecting Marvel's brand integrity and safeguarding the future of the Deadpool franchise. The official statement mentioned newly obtained materials that suggested a breach of contract and reputational harm, though the details of the lawsuit were kept under wraps. According to insiders, the lawsuit revolves around Ryan and Blake's alleged actions that put undue pressure.
The person and we move on. It's they're there for a reason.
Yeah.
And there's another young guy, James Justice Smith, in the movie who's phenomenal. But I am excited because I'm a Logan fan. So, and then, you know, that cover
on Marvel's creative partners, including demands for more control over storylines and promotional strategies. There were also allegations that Ryan, possibly with Blake's influence, threatened public backlash if Marvel didn't comply with these demands. This, insiders claim, was seen as an attempt to manipulate the media and public perception in favor of Ryan and Blake's personal goals.
About a month ago, this really hit home with me too. About a month ago, I was
Is how he communicated.
okay, gotcha.
I think people
Sitting in traffic, and I was just like jamming These Dreams by heart. I was killing it in the car.
tell themselves stories, and this sort of comes back to your worldview that you just mentioned about.
The legal battle sent shockwaves through Hollywood. Deadpool, once the irreverent trickster at the center of the Marvel Universe, now found itself at the heart of a corporate dispute. Ryan Reynolds,
And there's another young guy, James Justice Smith, in the movie who's phenomenal. But I am excited because I'm a Logan fan. So, and then, you know, that cover, you know, there was almost no blood at all. I think I got a little paper cut on the movie. That was about it. And something that
comedic powerhouse who had once been untouchable, now found himself vulnerable. His comedic brand, built on sharp wit and boundary-pushing humor, was now under scrutiny. Fans who once adored his portrayal of Deadpool began to question whether his behind-the-scenes dealings had crossed a line. As the lawsuit progressed, Ryan remained conspicuously silent on social media, gone with the witty retorts and comedic jabs that had endeared him to millions. Instead, his feeds were filled with neutral, generic content. Insiders suggested that Ryan was in full crisis management mode, consulting legal teams to assess his options. Could he repair his relationship with Marvel? Or was his reputation too tarnished? Blake, too, faced a significant backlash. The withdrawal of her lawyer, someone known for quietly handling high-profile clients, was a major blow to her credibility. When
about a month ago, this really hit home with me too. About a month ago, I was sitting, you know, there was almost no blood at all. I think I got a little paper cut on the movie. That was about it. And something that traffic, and I was just like jamming These Dreams by heart. I was killing it in the car.
lawyers back out and publicly question a client's honesty, it's a rare and ominous event in Hollywood. Blake's once glowing public image began to tarnish as more people speculated that she might have been the catalyst for the entire scandal. Could her behind-the-scenes power plays have triggered the downfall of her husband's beloved Deadpool franchise? As the lawsuit continued to make headlines, the impact on the Deadpool franchise became increasingly evident. Marvel's future plans for Deadpool were suddenly in jeopardy. The studio, which had carefully crafted its superhero ecosystem, now face the possibility of recasting or even retiring the character. This raised questions for fans. Would we ever see Ryan Reynolds don the red suit again? Or was his time as Deadpool coming to a bitter end? But beyond Deadpool, this lawsuit is a reminder of how quickly the balance of power in Hollywood can shift. For years, Ryan Reynolds had been at the top of his game, effortlessly juggling multiple projects and endorsements. Now his reputation hung in the balance. For Ryan Reynolds, this legal battle could define his career. If he
High praise as well. It was just one of those. It felt like a live-action Pixar. Will Ferrell as well. That's a guy that my entire life I feel. Our movie. It was something that I wanted to do something where nobody was being stabbed in the face.
Yes.
he's found guilty of manipulating media or pushing personal agendas to the detriment of his franchise, his career might never fully recover. But if he can prove that these claims are overblown or misinterpreted, he might be able to salvage his standing in Hollywood. The next few months will be crucial in determining whether Ryan can continue to be the star he once was, or if the shadows of the scandal will cloud his career forever. As for Blake Lively, the road ahead is uncertain. The accusations surrounding her involvement in the Deadpool drama have put a significant dent in her career. She may struggle to land roles in the future as directors and producers take a step back, wary of the potential fallout. Her actions, intentional or not, have left her with a tarnished reputation that may take years to repair. In the end, the lawsuit filed by Marvel is a stark reminder of how easily things can go wrong in Hollywood. The line between stardom and scandal can be razor thin, and in a world where brand integrity is everything, even the slightest misstep can lead to catastrophic consequences. As this saga unfolds, fans and industry insiders alike are left wondering, will Ryan Reynolds emerge from this battle stronger than ever, or will this be the scandal that ruins everything? Only time will tell. What do you think? Will Ryan Reynolds overcome the odds, or is his time as Deadpool officially over? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more updates. See you in the next one.